Hello and welcome to our world.
This time the excitements are coming from the largest city,
Kano, historically the city of commerce in northern Nigeria.
And from the city of Kano,
we bring you another colorful celebration of our culture, heritage and adventure.
You're welcome to Goge Africa.
The ancient city of Kano is one of the historically exciting locations in Nigeria. As a prehistoric commercial city, oral traditions and even recent documents have shown that Kano is a city that has been inhabited for well over 1,000 years. It is therefore remarkable that the city has not only endured as a nerve center of trades, commerce, and merchandising from the trans-Saharan trade era, but has also remained so till date in a modern-day Nigeria. Now, one of the many celebrated legacies of Kano City is the durbar during the Eid festivals, hosted principally by His Highness, the Emir of Kano, Dr. Sanusi Muhammadu Sanusi II. The durbar at Kano is a spectacular procession of extravagantly dressed horsemen and heavily decorated horses that will parade the city for 4 days. These parades are namely Hawan Sallah, Hawan Daushe, Hawan Nasarawa, and Hawan Dorai. The durbar is a most fascinating time to be in Kano, not to be missed. The rhythm of the camaraderie and joyfulness that come with Sallah are measured out by the long line of mounted horses and the riders who represent different communities, vocations and social classes, processing towards and out of the Emir's palace. It is in these festal displays that we have captured what has been described as a pageantry of the moment. You cannot but notice the striking differences in the presentations of every horse and its rider. This is simply telling us that in the Kano durbar you will find a high level of refinement and structured elegance of pageantry in the Salah parades. At the center of it all is His Highness, the Emir of Kano, Dr. Sanusi Muhammadu Sanusi II, who rode under a weaving royal umbrella. he was greeted with cries of blessing from the crowd. Their fists upraised in salute. The procession was seen off by his family, wives, children, siblings, and even the Emir's mother, bodyguards, servants, and the Emir himself, receiving an outpouring of cheers from the crowd. Riding majestically on top of the royal camel and shaded by the royal umbrella, carried by an attendant, His Royal Highness, the Emir of Kano, Dr. Sanusi III, was not only shaded from the sun, but gracefully demonstrated how the umbrella is the symbol of his authority in procession. Each of these occasions is a royal procession of thousands of men on horses and camels, adorned with garments and regalia. It is a colorful display of culture, full of pomp and pageantry, a spectacular traditional concert of African music, and a rolling bazaar of African embroideries. In a remarkable way, it was at Kano that the phrase, celebrating the Salah is a family affair, truly came to life. So the sense of communal wellness and good neighborliness permeates each day of the parades. Each occasion draws a huge number of spectators and co-celebrants. Even women, girls, and youngsters will hang out on balconies to join the spectacle or even push into the crowds to catch a glimpse of horses and riders. We couldn't climb the old Dalla or Gorunduse hill in the center of the city, but we were able to drone the picturesque parades with our cameras and got you a 360-degree view of the ancient city, as if from the hilltop. The procession of horsemen, acrobats and musicians in a myriad of different costumes of every conceivable color marched through the center of the city, went through trading streets and business districts, all the way from the government house and returning to the Emir's palace. we had courtiers crouching to perform the traditional gun salute to announce the entry of His Royal Highness, the Emir, at the parades. Kano is the largest city in northern Nigeria. It has a population of around over 10 million, making it as bustling as Lagos and truly second to it in terms of frenetic commercial activities. In the midst of the trading zones, the durbar parade was unmistakably energetic as the Emir, alongside Kano royalties and the people, were at the government house to present a mini durbar to the executive governor, His Excellency Alhaji Ganduje. It was a red carpet treatment for the royal father as the Emir and his royal entourage departed from the government house. From the first day of the procession that stretched into 3 more days, the parade of horses and riders, hunters on foot, and men in damask, with huge spectators lining up the parade routes, taken each day, beautifully celebrated the details of the festivities. So from the sunrise on the first day of Salah to the sunset on the last day, the streets of the old city were filled with images and rhythms of regally dressed horse riders representing each village in Kano. The crowds cheered and rushed onto the parade grounds every day of the 4 days processions. Preparations for the parade were as exhaustive as expertly structured. We were present with the rich texture of both horse and rider being robed in layer after layer of richly embroidered costumes and harnesses. the striking personality of His Highness, the Emir of Kano, Dr. Sanusi Muhammadu Sanusi, who was fully kingly in a flowing top robe, wearing a turban encrusted with gemstones of emerald, ruby, and silver, was a royal stamp of pageantry as the parades rolled out.
Kuna jin daɗin tafiya? To ku zo mu je. If you like to travel as much as we do, hang out with us on Travel Tips.
To begin, walk to the side of your camel. Don't stand in front, as camels can nibble, sneeze, or blow a big bubble of foam from their mouths. Make sure your camel is tied to something or someone before you get on. Swing your leg over the back and place yourself in the middle. There is normally a stirrup to help you mount. The camel will get up from its back legs first. So lean back in your saddle as it starts to stand. The camel will then raise its front legs. As it does this, you should lean forward. Once you're up, adjust yourself so you're sitting in the middle of the saddle. If you're a professional, try to cross your legs in front, which will distribute your weight more toward your rear and tailbone. It will be a more comfortable ride. Place one hand on the wooden handle at the front of the saddle and the other on the handle behind your seat. Sit comfortably and glide with the movement of the camel. And finally, camels love to eat carrots and apples, so pack an apple and give him a bite to eat while you enjoy a wonderful sunset.
Haye, 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 haye. Goge, uza wa Goge.
Also quickly, we have come to the end of yet another colorful experience.
You have seen why they say in Kano. Isaac, tell them.
An ce in Kano, ko me kake yi in ka zo Kano an fika? In kuɗi kake da shi in ka zo Kano an fika?
Well, with all you've seen and heard, do you think Kano deserves to be one of the 20 must-visit destinations?
All right, it's so good to have you with us again. Join us on our social media handles. Cha-cha.
Gidan